So equipment that we're gonna need are dumbbells. If you have a kettlebell, you could use a kettlebell, yoga mat, and that should do it. I don't think we need a chair for this one. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with our warm up. So, all right, good stuff. Let's go ahead and just look left to right, warming up after a weekend. We haven't had this class in about 2 weeks, so hopefully you've been active, up and down. Weather's getting nicer. Went for a run this morning and had to take my long sleeve off within a few minutes of my run because it was already warm. Let's do some neck circles. Switch. Let's do some snow angels. Hi, Cherise, Carmen, Jan, Debbie, Annette, Ella. So next week will be our last week of these 8 week classes. And then we have a week off, and then we'll start back up again with the next 8 weeks of the spring. Bring that right arm across. Switch. Do a trunk rotation, just left to right. Go ab circles. Back. Keep your back straight. Reach back. One more on each side. Very good. All right, big hula hoops. Big giant hula hoops. Supposed to be pretty warm, I think, up until Thursday, and then it cools off a little bit, but I think I saw high of 70s, low 80s for the next few days. Switch. Let's do our quad stretch. So grab right above your ankle and pull back. Just pull. Switch. Get a few more stretches and then we'll start with the workout. All right, let's do our hamstring stretch. So grab a hold of your ankles, drop your hips, and then extend up, down, and extend. We'll do about 10 of these pumps. All right, last ones are deep squats. So just drop down, bring your glutes as low as you can to your ankles. Shift your weight left to right. Right. And right. All right. Very good. All right. So have your water nearby. Um, have your weights. If you're gonna go grab your weights, grab your yoga mat. You have a couple sets of weights. Right. Okay. So to start off, we're gonna go dumbbell lateral to front raises. That's gonna be our first movement. We're gonna do dumbbell goblet squats. So if you have a heavier dumbbell, you're gonna grab that here and do goblet squats. If you have a kettlebell, you can do those too. Dumbbell curl to press. So curl, press. That's gonna be our third one. And our fourth one is dumbbell reverse flies. That's for our back. So bent over and we're coming out. You could go in front of the legs or behind. And that's gonna be our reverse fly. Okay, so we're doing each one. I'll let you know how many we're doing, but the first one, we're gonna do 10 of each. So let's go ahead and begin. So grab your weights. And we're doing 10. So at your count, go ahead and begin. So 10 of each. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. I like it. We have a good group doing. Their videos are on, their cameras are on. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Woo. Good job, recover. All right, we're gonna go with 20 seconds rest in between lifts. Okay, so just so we could get a little bit of recovery. Our next one's gonna be the goblet squat. So if you're gonna grab your weight for that. I'm gonna grab a 25-pound dumbbell. All right, you're ready. Our goblet squats. We're doing 12 to 15 on this one, okay? So up to you. Ready? Right in front of you. Here you go. So get low. 1, 2. Doing a little pause at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So nice and slow. 11. This one's not for speed. Most lifts you don't want to do too fast. 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo. All right, 20 seconds rest. Next one's the curl to press. Let me just, so curl to press again, it's just gonna be here, press. So not an Arnold press where we're rotating, just curl and inside neutral, okay? All right, grab those dumbbells. I'm gonna go with the set of 10s here. Ready? And this one, we're also doing 12. Ready? Okay, girl, so curl, press. Curl, press. Yep. Curl, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There. 20 seconds. Reverse flies are next. Okay, reverse flies. 10 reps. So behind the back, we're in front of the legs. Ready? Begin. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 90 seconds rest. Okay, so 90 seconds rest in between giant sets. So grab your water, stretch a little bit. So 20 seconds in between lifts and 90 in between full sets. You have 40 seconds left. Did an arm and shoulder workout yesterday, and I'm feeling these light weights right now. And I'm still sore from yesterday. We got 20 seconds. So again, we're gonna go back to our lateral and front raises. So if that first set felt light, try to go with them heavier weights. All right, you have 5 seconds. Grab those weights. And 10 of each. Okay. Here you go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So goblet squats are next. So again, you could go heavier. If you have a heavier dumbbell or kettlebell, we're doing 12 to 15 of these. Okay, so grab the equipment. 12 to 15. Ready, go. 1, you want to get low. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Ooh, it takes my breath away. 15 of those. Dumbbell to curl press. 12 reps. Yeah, so catch your breath. Got 10 more seconds. Ready? Okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Reverse flies. What's next? Remember this one? We're only doing 10. 10 reverse flies. Ready? So nice. Back is nice and straight. You don't want to curve your back. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Done with that giant set. That was our second set of that giant set. 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes rest. I'll just go over the list we're doing next. So we're doing dumbbell underhand raises. So arms here, come inside. That's going to be our first one. That's going to be for the chest. Okay, if we can't do that one, you could always opt out and do a push-up as long as you're still working out that muscle group. But I think we might have push-ups later in the workout. Okay, dumbbell single leg Romanian lift. So we've done this before. Slide bend at the knees. The weight come down. That's going to be both legs. So single would be one leg elevated and down and up. So that one we would do 8 and 8. Okay. If you really want to challenge yourself, what I've been doing lately is on my way down, I go with my right hand, and at the bottom position, I switch hands, and I come up, and then I do the same on the next repetition switch. And that just changes your balance a little bit, so you're working on your balance too. So you could do that one. We're going to do our Poliquin lateral raise. So if you remember that one, that's going to be curl, out, extend. We've done this one before. It's a little tricky, but we'll do it. Triceps kickbacks. So here, and then just extend at the elbows. That's working our triceps. And then our last one is planks, okay? So dumbbells and planks on this one. All right, so we have our underhand. If you folks are ready, let's go ahead and get that ready. So that's gonna be 12. Grab those dumbbells and begin. So here, 1, the outside, 2, 3. Small little squeeze up top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. Arms are beat. 20 seconds. So now it's the Romanian lift. Remember, so you could do, if you do both feet on the floor, I want you to do 15. So slight bend at the knees, come down, keep the dumbbells close to your legs, and bring them up, okay? Or if you're doing single, do 8 and 8. I'll probably do singles with the alternating one, okay? Ready, begin. So leg up, bring on my right hand down, switch at the bottom, and come up. And that's gonna be the more advanced. All right, once you've done 8, you can switch legs. And if you're doing both feet on the floor, then 15. So slight bend at the knee. You don't want to be completely straight. Awesome. Harlequin. Okay, so remember that one? It's going to be a hammer curl, rotate lateral, raise elbows, and then extend. Okay. That one's only 8. Okay, so it's multiple movements, but we'll get it down. Ready? So hammer curl, lateral raise, extend. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Mhm. All right. Tricep kickbacks. So it's next. That one you can always do if your weight's too heavy. You can always sit down and do an overhead extension. But what we're aiming for is bend over, elbows back, and then just extend at the elbows. Okay. That one we're doing 12. Ready? So stick your hips out, back is straight, elbows at your side, and extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one is going to be the side plank. We're going to hold for 40 seconds. Okay. So we're going on the floor. Not a side plank, just a regular plank. I'm sorry. Regular plank. On the floor, just on your elbows. 3, 2, 1, go. So on your elbows. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. 90 seconds rest. Okay, 90 seconds rest, and we're back on it. Grab some water. Good job, folks. One of my runners is gonna be featured on a short little story clip with Univision television. So the sports channel broadcaster is coming over today at 1, and he's doing a little story on him. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a 10-second like clip where I have to talk. And my Spanish is just I'm not super confident in my Spanish right now. So hopefully I don't sound too broken. But yeah, but that's gonna be today, and I'll see when they air it. But I'm sure it'll be on YouTube somewhere. I'll share it with you folks. So 20 seconds, we're gonna go back to the underhand. Ooh. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. We're doing 12 of these, remember, inside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Rest 20 seconds. 20 seconds rest. And then we have our Romanian deadlift. A little heavier on this one. I think I'm going to try the 25-pound weight. So remember, 8 if you're doing singles, 8 on each leg, or 15 if you're doing both feet. Ready? Okay, go. Switch legs. Ooh, the switching one is challenging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, that's it. 8. Ooh, that was tough. 25, 16 times. Harlequin is next. Did anyone try the switching one? Debbie? No? Jeannie, you tried it? No. Oh. It takes away from the strengthening part for sure, and it really wakes you up with the balance. So it's a little bit intimidating. All right, Harlequin, 8 of those. Ready? Again, so curl, out, press. One, 6, 7, 8, just hit me. Julian's birthday's around the corner. Well, it's here pretty much. Tricep kickbacks. Today's what, the 24th? Yeah, Thursday's his birthday. Alrighty. Tricep kickbacks, bend over, elbows back, and extend. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and our plank, our 40-second plank is the last one of this set. Let's get on the floor. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Twenty more seconds. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Ooh. Okay. Next. Halfway through. So standing grip shoulder press. So that means just here with our hammer grip and then just pressing up. So right in front of us for this one, for the shoulder press, then reverse curls. So overhand grip, and that's going to be with your dumbbells, reverse curls, reverse lunges. So reverse lunges here, alternating. Okay. And sit-ups. Oh, sorry. Dumbbell bent over rows. So just right here. You could go in or you could go out, or you could alternate between both sets and then sit-ups. Okay, that's gonna be our next one. We have a little bit over a minute left. So yeah, so just catch your breath, grab some water. Okay. All right. So here we go. So this is gonna be 10 to 12 of the neutral shoulder press. Okay. You're right here. Remember, it's right in front of you. Okay, go. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Dumbbell reverse curls. So that's when your hands are over the dumbbell and you're going to do this motion. Okay, that's going to work on your forearms a little bit more. So 5 seconds. Ooh. Is it warm over there where you folks are at? It's sweating over here already. All right, so for this one, so I'm comfortable in that. So if you see my grip, if it's like this over, if my thumbs are over, usually what happens is your thumbs will go out a little bit. But if you keep your thumbs instead of here, keep them over. So you see there's no fingers over here. I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. If you do that, you're gonna be keeping it more straight, okay? All right, so let's do 10 to 12 of those. Okay, go. Just that little adjustment will keep the bars or the dumbbells right in front of you instead of turning. But also be mindful of your wrist. We don't want to hurt your wrist. Yeah, doing that adjustment definitely takes away from securing the dumbbell with a nice grip, but it allows you to do it more fluidly. All right, so bent over rows. So bent over, so elbows out or elbows in, up to you. Um, my opinion, I'd say do one for the first set and do the other for the second set. So you're working out different muscle groups. Okay, go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have our reverse lunges next. This one's going to take a little bit longer because we're doing 10 on each leg. So dumbbells at your side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. So reverse lunge. And then we're just alternating. Sit-ups are next. And sit-ups are going to be for 40 seconds. You could do regular sit-ups, sliding sit-ups, whatever you like. 40 seconds of those. I'll probably just do sliding sit-ups where I slide my hands from my lap to my knees. 3, 2, 1, go. 2 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. 90 seconds rest. Those shoulder press, you could do them kneeling if you want to just stay in this position. little over a minute. Anyone do anything fun this weekend? Go out of town or something? I was in Lake Arrowhead for a couple of days. It was nice.
I had a birthday party for my granddaughter. Her birthday's tomorrow. We did a cowgirl party at Irvine Park and pony rides.
Oh man, that's
Cowboy girl gear on and our boots. And my stepson's birthday is on Julian's birthday.
okay.
But he lives in Texas, so he gets a card.
Right. Yeah. Good phone call.
I'm gonna be talking to him.
All right, we have our 10 shoulder presses. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, next is our dumbbell reverse curls. So again, you can do this one kneeling, so that's gonna be the reverse curl. Ready? Okay, go. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Moving through these quickly. All right, dumbbell bent over row. So for this one, we do need to be standing. And we will be needing to stand for the reverse lunges too. All right, so if you want to go out on these, great. So bend over, back is nice and straight, and flare the elbows out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse lunges. Reverse lunges. Ready? 10 on each leg. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, ooh, and 20. Lunges take everything out of you. 20 lunges. Sit-ups. We could do Russian twists for this next one. I don't like doing the same. Core is one of my least favorite things to do, but I have to do them. But we'll do Russian twists. So just recline back and elbows side to side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 20 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Going into our last round. All right. Most of this is on the floor. Actually, all of it's on the floor. So we have push-ups, we have glute bridges, we have side planks, and we have our quadruped hip car. Okay. So everything's on the floor for this one, and I believe we don't need any equipment for this one, just our yoga mat. Okay. The push-ups, glute bridges, side planks, and our quadruped hip car. So the quadruped hip car, that's just more of a range of motion movement. So we're gonna be on the floor for that one. You're gonna go kick out, up, out, and then in and back. Okay, that's what that movement looks like. Yep. So for that, oh, actually, yeah, we go out, up, in, and then here. So we just kind of do like this circular motion, pretty much just working that femur head to our hip. That's gonna be the, like I said, more of a stretch. We still have about 25 seconds left. And push-ups, give me modified push-ups or regular push-ups. We're doing 12 to 15. Okay. Almost there. All right, here we go. So 12 to 15 push-ups. Ready, begin. 15 push-ups. Stop. All right. Then we have 15 glute bridges. So if you remember glute bridges, sit-up position, hips off the ground, squeeze the glutes, hold for 2 seconds, and then come back down. Okay, ready, begin. So 1, 2, and down. So we're doing 15 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Okay. Next we have side plank. Again, these we're gonna go for 40 seconds. For the first round, we're going to right side, second round, left side. All right. 3, 2, 1, up. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. Quadruped hip cart is next. Remember that one? We're just on our fours here. Extend your leg out, back, and in. Okay, so out, up, and in. Try and do 5 on each leg, okay? All right. Ready? Begin. So out, back, and up, and in. Out, back, and up, in. Once you've done 5, then switch legs. Okay, switch. All right, 1 minute, and we go back to push-ups. Our last set, just those 4 movements, and then we'll cool down. Good job. Almost there. Twenty more seconds. All right, here we go. All right, 12 to 15. Ready? Okay, go. Next is our glute bridges. So if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can always put a dumbbell below on your lower abs and just bring that up. All right, ready? We're doing 15. Okay, go. 2-second hold and then drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, we did our right side for the side plank. And now we're going to our left side. Yeah. Almost there. This one in our hip car. And we're done. Ready? Okay, up 40 seconds. Twenty more seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. And our last one is our quadruped hip car. So again, on your fours, and we're doing 5 on each leg. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin. Go out, up, and back, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And good stuff. Good job, folks. Let's grab a chair. Let's just do our little cool down from our chair. We'll call it job. High fives. Job. All right, let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Bring that right hand over. Oh, we just start on Monday. Well, this week we have our race in San Diego on Saturday. Switch. Another long day. Next outing will be the next family outing will be camping out there by San Luis Obispo next month. Very good. All right, let's just go ahead and bring that right arm across. Switch. And let's do trunk rotation. Yeah, so we went on this hike on Saturday morning, around somewhere in Arrowhead. I'm not too familiar with Arrowhead, but somewhere out there. It was a short hike, and after the hike, it was kind of warm, so my buddy and I we wore tank tops, and we were wearing shorts, and then our other two friends for switch were wearing long sleeves. So if you saw us out there, you'd think we were the two guys trying to show off their arms, which we weren't. It was just high. So, anyways, we after the hike, we went to a local convenience market with a deli shop. So we're in there ordering food, and my buddy and I, that were wearing the tank tops, we paid for our food first, and we walked out, and then let's do our performance stretch. So I guess the cashier thought that my other two buddies and us two, my friend and I, were two separate parties. So I guess when we exited, there was like a minute wait before they paid. Uh, I guess the cashier mentioned to my other friends who he didn't know we were all together. He's like, "Yeah, look at those guys. They forgot to do their leg day." So I guess yeah, he was just said our upper body was like fine, and then our legs were like really skinny. So like the rest of the weekend, I just felt really self-conscious. I need to go home and do some squats. So push down. But my friend was laughing. He came out and he's like, "Yeah, I don't think that guy knew we're all together. And now that he sees me talking to you guys, he's probably freaking out because he just called you guys chicken legs." But yeah, we're kind of laughing about that. Laughing but hurt at the same time. Yeah, I think I need to get back on it. I've been lazy. Switch. How many calories did you get, Debbie? Push down.
100.
100? What?
Yeah.
I have like 350. Bring that leg up. We could average them out. Righty. And we'll finish off with that. And but yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday. But any questions before we head out? No questions. All righty. Well, everyone enjoy your
Are we already registered, right?
yeah. So you've been registered since December. So the next registration would be for the summer, and that would be on my end to take care of that sometime in April. So yeah, but you guys are good to go. So
Okay, I got 226
226. Okay.
calories.
So yeah, so somewhere, yeah, I think you're the average, but
Getting better.
all right, folks, have a good one.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.